In this video, I'm going to give you guys a full step-by-step tutorial on how to create a profitable Shopify dropshipping store from scratch, and also how you guys can make money with Shopify dropshipping without using any of your money. So this is going to be a super long video, and I can't wait to get into it. So a little over 2 years ago, I did a full Shopify dropshipping tutorial video, which a lot of you guys loved. That video went viral. It has over 1 million views. So I helped a lot of people in that video, which is amazing. But that was 2 years ago, and a lot has changed since then. There's been a whole pandemic, and also in dropshipping, a lot of the people that have been dropshipping using Overload, that was the main dropshipping app, that has shut down earlier this month in June 2022. So there's a lot of different changes, and I'm excited to go over with a updated tutorial of Shopify dropshipping in 2022 with you guys. So just so you know, this is gonna be a new and completely updated Shopify dropshipping tutorial with all the changes and updates that have happened in the past. I'm filming this as of now in the second half of 2022. So for those of you watching in 2023 and beyond, this is gonna continue to apply to whatever time that you're in. So I'm super excited, and I don't wanna waste any time. This is gonna be a super long video, but it's gonna be a ton of value. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing that I wanna do is I wanna briefly explain what dropshipping is for those of you that do not know what it is. So this is the best and the most simplest illustration that I could find that basically explains what dropshipping is. So essentially just becoming a middleman, leveraging other suppliers to sell products online. So this is what you see right here. So what you're gonna do is, let's just say you find a supplier that's selling something for $50, right? Let's just say you found a supplier that's selling headphones for 50 bucks. So what you'll do is you create a store on Shopify, and you create a store advertising those headphones for $100. But remember, your supplier is selling them for only $50, but you want to make money, you want to make profit, so you're advertising them on your store for $100. So once your customer goes to your store and orders a headphones pair for $100, what you will then do is order that same headphones from the supplier for $50, and you'll profit the $50 difference. So like I said, you find a supplier for 50 bucks, but you're selling it for 100. As soon as you get an order for your $100 headphones, you're ordering it from the supplier for 50 bucks, and you keep all of that profit as a difference. So it's essentially just finding stuff that's cheaper online and listing them for a higher price on your website, selling them for a higher price and profiting the difference. So how dropshipping is, this store in the middle is a Shopify store. So you'll create a Shopify store on here, advertising whatever product that you find, and this is your supplier. So you'll find the products here. So let's say you found some watches or earphones, headphones, whatever you want to find, or whatever you want to sell as a product, you'll get that here, and you create your dropshipping store on Shopify, advertising those products and selling them for much more than what you're getting for your supplier, which is on AliExpress. So that literally is what dropshipping is. It's a really simple and easy business model. I'm sure that's probably why a lot of people are watching this and are interested in it, because it's such a very low barrier to entry. Anybody and everybody could do this. It's a really easy and simple business model. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to sign up for your Shopify store. This is where you're going to create your store, your dropshipping store, and add products to your store to sell and advertise to hopefully get sales. So the first step is to sign up with Shopify. And for those of you that do not know, I am an official commerce coach on Shopify. So I think it's only like 70 people in the world that are like this. So I'm one of 70 people in the world that are commerce coaches, I guess. So I've been doing this for a long time. So it's amazing that Shopify has made me official coach in teaching e-commerce to people. So if you anytime want to get special deals on Shopify, just hit this link, shopify.com/commerce-coach/jrich, and Shopify usually runs special or exclusive deals through their commerce coaches. So always check this link to get a special deal. Last month they had a $1 deal that was amazing for a lot of people. Thousands of people got in on that deal. So this is the official link for Shopify, and The thing about Shopify, which is great, you'll have a 14-day free trial. So you have 2 weeks free to do whatever you want, to learn it, and you have 2 weeks free to actually sell and make money with it as well. So you have 2 weeks free, and then it's $29 a month for the most basic plan, which is all that you need. So the first step is to just sign up, enter your information. I'm just gonna put my email. And I already have an account, so it's probably gonna prompt me to verify that. So for the store name, let me see, for this product, I'm just gonna put a test store. J-Rich YouTube store. Then create store. And I already have an account, like I said, so I'm just gonna log in. If you don't have an account, you just skip this process. But since I do have an account, I have to log in. So I'm just gonna log in really quick. So the next step will take you to this page, and it's basically just Shopify asking you, some information of regarding to, what you're, using Shopify for. I usually just skip this process to speed it up. And they usually ask you if you want to sell products through dropshipping. I always put yes, because they kind of like factor in that details and, make it so that your Shopify store and your Shopify homepage, they're like recommending you apps related to dropshipping. So this is a good thing to select if you're dropshipping. So just put yes. And then once you're done with that, it'll ask you where you're located, and then you'll enter your store, and this will take you straight to the Shopify dashboard. So boom, this is the Shopify dashboard. And if you guys don't know your store name, it doesn't really matter that name that I put. So as you can see, it's J-Rich YouTube store. I could always change that anytime that I want to. So it doesn't really matter the store that you create with. This is just like for your Shopify account. So like when you are ready to dropship and advertise to customers, people are not going to see this name. It's whatever name that you want, and you'll always be able to change that. So this is the home page. This is always what you're going to see. When you use Shopify, you have the home page, you have orders, products, customers, finances, analytics, marketing, discounts, and all that good stuff. So right here is usually where you'll see like the number of visitors you have and the number of sales that you have for the day. And you could go in more details with that always. So when you first create your account though, Shopify is going to have a list of tasks that you need to complete. So as you can see, when we sign up, we select that we were dropshipping. So it's suggesting us we download some dropshipping apps to use for dropshipping, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. And it also tells us to customize theme, to add domain, set up payments, and to add sharing details. So once you're pretty much done with this, and you completed the task, it'll then show like the dashboard of the amount of visitors and the amount of sales that you have for the day. So this is everything that you'll see when you log into Shopify. This right here is your orders. Every time you get ordered, you'll see it through here, and you'll also see it through the dropshipping app that we're going to use. So I'm going to tell you guys that a little bit later. This is the products. You'll see when you add your products. And then this is customers. You see all your customer details. This is the finances. You see all your finances, the details with that. And then this is, the billing. So for your Shopify plan, anything like that. And this is the analytics. So here you'll see all the metrics and data regarding your online store. So you'll see the total number of sales, sessions, the returning customer rate, the conversion rate. So the amount of people that are going to your store and actually buying something, the average order value. So the average order value for the amount of, orders that customers are making on your website, the total orders. So pretty much every single data point you'll be able to see and track on here on the analytics section. And then this is the reports, and then this is also really cool. It's a live view. So anytime like you run ads or running anything, you'll be able to see exactly where people are entering your store. So if you have visitors from all over the world, you'll be able to see exactly where they are from the IP address. So it's really, really cool. And this right here is marketing. So if you wanted to, edit stuff right here, campaigns, automations, and then right here is discounts. You could create discount codes for your customers anytime that you want to. And this right here is your online store. This is where we're gonna, customize and customize everything to do with our website, how it looks and whatnot. Because as you can see, this is what Shopify comes with, a basic free website theme like this. So we're going to go over how to customize that to where it looks pretty nice. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to add the DSers app. So we're gonna go right here to where it says browse dropshipping apps. If it doesn't have this for you, just literally simply go to add apps right here. So if you go to add apps, you could, they'll have some apps right here, and then you could just hit this Shopify App Store, and this will take you directly to the Shopify App Store to where you could add apps. So if you do have this, then just click this, and this will take you there as well. So what we need to do is, I don't see the app on here. So the main app that people are using now that Overload has shut down, because for you, as I mentioned earlier, Overload was the main app that all the dropshippers were using. And as of earlier this month, Overload has shut down for good, so you can't use them anymore. So the number one app that everyone's using is DSers. So this right here it's honestly, in my opinion, better than Overload. And they have a free plan, which is amazing. So it's literally the same as Overload. Like they have a free plan. Let me see if their plan details are right here. Yep, perfect. So their free plan is pretty much everything you need to get started. You can manage up to 3 orders, and you can add up to 3,000 products, which is way more than what you need for your dropshipping store. So as you get, more orders and more products, then maybe you'll want to, upgrade to the $29 a month. I mean, the $20 a month plan. But everything in the basic free plan is everything that you need, especially if you're getting started. So this app is completely free for a lot of you. So right here, if we hit add app, we're gonna add this to our Shopify store. So as you can see, this is right here. It's gonna tell you what, this app can access, and we're gonna install this app. So this app is gonna make dropshipping super, super easy, to where it connects to, an AliExpress supplier and, dropships products for you. So when you have to fulfill orders or add products to your store, it literally makes everything super, super easy. And I find it super hard and complicated for you guys to even dropship without using an app like this. So this is definitely recommended for you guys to do. And like I said, it's free. So when you go to the next step, you'll just hit this create an account for you. You can hit register for yourself, which means that you'll go directly to the website and create your own account. But this, if you select this option, it basically connects to your own Shopify store and creates an account for you. So this is definitely recommended. I just would recommend that you guys click that. And this is going to take you to the app. And as you can see, it's going to prompt you to select a plan. And as I said earlier, the free plan is literally all that you need to get started. So as you scale up and you need more products and more features, then maybe you could, go to the advanced plan to 19, almost $20 a month. But the free plan is everything that you need. So I would recommend just starting there. And the next step is you need to link your AliExpress account. So as I stated earlier, this is where you'll be getting your products from, AliExpress. So go ahead and click right here, and this will take you to AliExpress. It's loading. So if you do have an account, just sign in. If you don't, just register one. It's really, really simple and quick. So I do have an account, so I'm gonna sign in really quick and come back when I'm signed in. So once you connect your AliExpress account, this will take you to this page. It's basically their user guide to how to use their app. So since I'm gonna teach you guys how to use it, I'm just gonna click explore freely and learn later. And this will take us directly to the DSers app. So right here, this is the home page, and DSers, like I said, is amazing and in my opinion better than Overload. I love this feature that they have right here where they give you like a bunch of products for you guys to choose from, and you can sort it out. So like they have high profit selections. So these are products, dropshipping products with high margins. So high profits that you can sell products for. And then they also have winning products. So that you could also choose, for those of you located in other countries, this is winning products in Brazil. This is winning products US, and this is winning products in Europe. So if you choose winning products in US, this would give you a whole bunch of, that's a weird product. This will give you a whole bunch of different products to choose from using metrics that they think is a lot of data that proves that it's winning products in whatever country that it's from. In this case, US. So this is a really, really good metric for you guys to use to find, different and top dropshipping products to choose from. So I would just recommend going through this and sorting out and, getting some ideas and brainstorming ideas on dropshipping products. There's a lot of weird products on here, as you can see. I'm actually going to show you guys how I recommend for you guys to find top dropshipping products, but this is really, really cool to have since it's directly integrated on the DSers app. And another thing to mention is be wary with finding products on here because these are connected to DSers, their premium selection. So maybe they have some kind of deal with these suppliers. So as you can see, you could also go with the category, stuff like that. So like I said, really, really cool, feature for you guys to use to find and brainstorm different products to sell online. But I'm going to teach you guys how to find products right now. So before I do that, though, let me show you how to use the DSers app. So this is the home page. This is find suppliers. Actually, this is where you find suppliers, and this is the home page right here. So I'll give you a whole bunch of steps to do, and we're gonna go through all of that as well. And this is where your import list is. So once you add products from AliExpress, which I'm gonna teach you how to do, it will show up here. And this is where your products will be as well. When you first add them, it'll show up in the import list, and then when you edit them and add all the finishing touches to the product and push it to your store, it will show right here. This will show once you actually get orders from customers. This will show up right here. So this is where you'll go to fulfill the orders from your customers. So like I was saying for the example earlier in the video, once you are ready to order from your supplier, after you get an order from your customer, you'll literally just go right here and one click it, it'll order it from AliExpress, and AliExpress will ship it to your customer. And then this is an option for you to link to more stores, and this right here is settings. You could choose to to edit the settings for your store. You could also choose right here the pricing rule. So if you wanted to change the pricing automatically when you add it to your DSers app. So for example, if I want to sell stuff that's like 2 or 3 times the profit, you could do that here if you want to edit it out yourself. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you guys how you can always find top winning dropshipping products for free, and it's directly on AliExpress. So what you'll do is you'll just Google Dropshipping Center. And just click the first page that you see, which will be this one. If you already signed in, you could just go to this link. But if you just Google Dropshipping Center AliExpress, the first link will pretty much always be there. So just click that link, and this will take you to this page. And as you can see, if you hit this find products, you'll find winning products directly on AliExpress that everybody is dropshipping from, which is amazing because literally everybody's dropshipping from AliExpress. So they have all the data, obviously, and you'll be able to see it, and they organize those products from that data, people ordering the products and stuff like that. So right here, it'll take you to this page, and you'll be able to see orders like for dropshipping orders. You can see from the United States. I don't know why I did that. Let's go back to all countries. Then you could measure them by orders. So as you can see, this one has 31,000 orders, whatever this tempered glass is. And you'll be able to, analyze the products as well. You can search products by images. They have sponsored products, which I don't recommend looking through there. And they have product analysis and a lot of different metrics for you to choose from. So if you just go right here to hot selling and you just kind of search through, I recommend looking from the orders up. If we choose right here, there we go. So from the orders up, it will show you the top products from the amount of orders that they get. So as you can see, this one's almost 32,000. This one's 15,000. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like whitening tooth powder. This is like some wireless earphones. This is, like a strap for Apple Watch. So an accessory. So a bunch of different products, and these products are getting a ton of orders. So like I said, this right here, the orders section is the amount of orders that the product is getting. So for a product to have over 31,000 orders, that's a lot of orders for a single product on AliExpress. So I definitely recommend that you guys go through here. There's thousands of products for you guys to look at and choose from. So this is my recommendation for you guys to brainstorm different products to sell on AliExpress. Another option is if you don't want to do it that way, you can literally just go directly on the AliExpress.com website and just kind of browse around their marketplace. So as you can see, they have different categories and sections for it. So like women's fashion, it's about to be summertime, so you can look at like bikinis and stuff like that. If you want to do hats, baseball caps, you look at that. But like I said, if it's summertime, like let me just show you how to look at it. If you choose bikinis, this will take you to all these different products related to bikinis. And as you can see, there's a ton of different products. And when you go here to AliExpress, what I usually always do every time I look at a product, whether it be something that I searched for or something that I clicked on the category, I always want to choose orders. And what this is going to do is going to organize the products from the amount of orders that the product has got. So as you can see, this one has the most amount of orders with 6,500 orders. This one a little over 4,000. This one 4,300. So as you can see, a bunch of different products on here are getting thousands of orders, which is great. That shows you that the product is in demand. So I always recommend to do that when looking up a product on AliExpress. So now that we pretty much went over how to find dropshipping products, the next step to actually dropshipping is choosing which product that you want to dropship. So for this example, the product that I'm thinking of that first comes to mind is a sleeping mask with headphones. So as you can see, a bunch of these are really popular. This one has 6,400 orders. So this is a really popular product, and what this product does is basically like a band, or some of them are shaped like a band and some of them are shaped like a sleeping mask. And what they do is they allow you to put it on, and it'll cover your eyes when you sleep, and it'll also play music. So whatever music that you want to play, it'll play that as well. So a lot of people that are struggling with sleep, which are a lot of people in the world, this is a really good product to advertise and target to. So another thing that I do want to teach you guys. So a big tip for those of you that do know, drop shipping and shipping from China takes a long time, and especially after the pandemic, it is taking even longer. So a lot of the products that you order from AliExpress, if it's just going by the automatic or the default shipping option that they give you, it's taking like a month to be delivered. So I'm going to teach you guys how you guys could weed out those suppliers and how you can select suppliers that have fast shipping times from the United States. So what you do is, as you can see, I already have it kind of set up for me. So, but a lot of you guys that first use DSers, you're not going to see it. And also the first step, I forgot to even mention, when you download DSers and you add it to your Shopify store, make sure you add the Chrome plugin. So make sure you're using Google Chrome and look up DSers Chrome extension. And click this link right here and just add it to Chrome. As you can see, I already have it already, but for those of you that do not have it already, you definitely want to make sure you add this to Chrome. And once you do, go back to AliExpress, and I'm going to teach you guys how to find fast shipping suppliers from AliExpress. So what you'll do is, a lot of you guys that just downloaded the Chrome extension from DSers, this will be your option. It'll probably just have all these shipping options. So I'm just going to pretend like I'm starting from fresh and update settings. So this is what it's going to look like. Usually the settings, it's going to be all options for shipping. So as you can see, all these products, it's going to have green for all the shipping options. But what I want to do is I want to filter out and weed out the suppliers that have slow shipping times. And I want to definitely make sure that I'm ordering from suppliers that offer fast US shipping. And so the option to do that is you want to go right here to the DSers Chrome extension, and you want to go to options, and it's going to give you a ton of different shipping options that you could choose from. So as you can see, it has some US shipping options like FedEx, UPS, and DHL, which they ship to the United States. But those shipping options specifically, those are really, really expensive. And I'll give you a good idea. So let's say, for example, I wanted to only find suppliers that are shipping to the US using FedEx. So I would choose this right here. And as you can see, there's not really too many suppliers doing that. But let's see, this one is right here. So perfect example. FedEx shipping is $56. Let me see where it was. $59 actually, almost $60 for FedEx shipping. And you'll get the product July 6th. So you get the product within 2 weeks, right? So it's really, really expensive. So I do not recommend using those other shipping options. The only one I recommend is the US shipping option called USPS, which is the United States Postal Service. So going to this option, I definitely recommend you guys only choose this, USPS. And you hit update settings. And then this is going to show you the suppliers in green that offer USPS shipping. So as you can see, a lot of them don't, but some of them do right here. And you'll be able to filter out the suppliers that do, which is amazing, you guys, because like I said, the shipping times and the delivery times are the most negative thing about drop shipping. You don't want your customers angry about not receiving a product after a month of waiting for it. So the USPS shipping option is the best option for that. So for example, if I click this product, it's $5.47. And as you can see, by default, it's going to have this via seller shippings method option. And as you can see, the date is June 24th right now. So this shipping option is well over a month. So if I choose the default shipping option for this product, it's going to take over a month for me to get the product, or for my customers to get the product. But as you can see, when I found this supplier, I noticed that they offered USPS shipping option, because that's what I chose as the settings for my DSers Chrome extension. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit more options, and I'm going to choose that USPS shipping option. And as you can see, it's $6.29, but the estimated delivery time is 4 to 13 days, which is really, really fast for drop shipping. If you can get a product delivered within 4 to 5 days, that is amazing for drop shipping, and there's really nothing negative that you could say about it. So going back to the search, you definitely want to make sure, like I said, that you have this USPS shipping option chosen and updated your settings for it. If you don't want to offer US shipping, then that's totally fine. Then just go back to the settings and choose all shipping options. But like I said, I recommend, if possible, that you do find suppliers that offer USPS shipping for their products. And, in some cases, you'll probably, if you find a product that you want to drop ship, most likely, some of them probably not going to have USPS shipping options. So you might not even find that option available for that product specifically that you're drop shipping. And then if it's that case scenario in that option, then I definitely recommend that you change this back to all the options. But for the most case, if you could get USPS as an option for shipping, that will make your life so much better, trust me, because you'll have way faster shipping times. So I'm going to choose a product to add to our store. So these are different products. This one's cool. I'm looking for like this option. I don't want the headband. I want like the little mask. It's like goggles. So I'm going to look for a supplier that is offering USPS shipping that has the product like this. So I'm not seeing it yet. So I'm going to scroll down and go to the next page. Okay, cool. So this one works. See, this is like more like a sleeping mask, which I like. So I'm going to add this to our store. So the way to do that is whenever you click a product, and you also could add it directly to your store using this as well. So if you're on this page right here, if you just choose this option right here, DS, if you hover over the product, the Chrome extension has to be installed for this to work, by the way. But if you hover over the product and you choose this will add it to your DSers app. or you could just go to the product page and click add to DSers. And as you can see, it's going to be imported directly to the DSers app. And what you'll do next is go to this import list right here. And boom, this will show up right here. So you definitely do not want to push it to your Shopify store yet, because you want to edit the details related to the product. So if we go right here, I'm going to choose edit product. And I'm going to name our product just something like sleep mask. Sleep mask headset. And then for the variants, this is where it's going to have different products and different variants for the products. So here's the thing that's going to be a little bit confusing when you add products from AliExpress, is that it's going to choose all the different products. So like, for example, this one's shipping to the United States via different shipping methods. So a lot of the sellers on AliExpress, they offer shipping from other countries. So as you can see, this one ships from China, this one ships from the United States, this one ships from Spain, this one ships from Australia, looks like. So these are a lot of different variants that are added to your store. So what you need to do is you need to delete the ones that are not shipped from the United States. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the variant. I'm going to select China first. So when you select the shipping option that you want to delete, it'll show up right here. And as you can see, all of them are checked. And then you just go to actions and you'll go to remove SKU. And this will delete those selected variants. So I'm going to do that to all the countries that I do not want this item to ship from. I only want this item to ship from the United States. So I'm only going to sell the products and the variants of those exact items that are shipping from the United States. This is why I'm doing this, and I recommend that you guys do this as well. So if you guys leave this, as it stands now, this will be pushed to your store. So when people go to your store, they'll see all these different options to ship from the United States, to ship from the UK, to ship from China, to ship from Spain, Australia, France. That is not recommended. That is definitely not recommended. So I do recommend that you guys, wherever you guys are from, I'm from the United States, so most of my customer base will be from the United States. So I only want this product to be shipped from the US, because I know the shipping times will be much faster as well. So I'm going to delete all the other countries. I'm going to select them, then action, remove SKU. So Spain, delete that. Australia, France. Okay, so now I have black, the color pink, and United States. So these are all the products shipping from the United States. So next, this product seems to have another variant that I do not really want. So it has black, pink, and also has a black one, but it's Bluetooth 5.0. So it's an updated Bluetooth, it looks like. I'm going to get rid of that product. I just want to keep it simple, which I just want the black and the pink options to my store. I don't want this third option to Bluetooth 5.0. So I'm going to delete that product as well. I'm going to delete that SKU. So right here, I could choose it. Since it's only one, you don't have to choose it right here. You could just hit this delete button right here, whichever one, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to delete that, remove SKU. And now we're left with just the black and pink, which is amazing. So these are being shipped from the United States as well. So this is the only variants that I want pushed to my Shopify store. So the next step is you want to edit the price. So as you can see right here, this price is $7.08. So right here, the cost of this product is $7.08. So I want the price to be obviously more than that. Since I'm drop shipping it, I want to profit off of this product. So not only is this product $7.08, but you need to look and check the shipping price. So as we found out, we're shipping this product from the United States using USPS. So what we need to do is we need to click the price. And the price for USPS shipping for fast shipping to United States is $7.33. So this product is costing us a little over $14. So keep that in mind. So if we go right here, the cost of this product is not only $7.08, but since we're using fast shipping times, it's $7.33 to ship via USPS. So it's around a little bit over $14. So we need to sell it for more than that. And for this product, I'm going to sell it for $49.99. So let me go to the price value. And then for the compare that price, I'm just going to put, for this example, $100. So our product is costing us $14 and selling it for $49.99. And this right here is the compare that price. So when people go to your store, they'll see that the price is for this product $49.99 and that the compare that price is $100. So they'll see that it is being discounted. And this right here is the stock to Shopify. So this is updated directly from your AliExpress supplier. So this supplier has 1,999 items or stock available for this one, and then for the pink one he has 2,000 available. So as if other customers are ordering from this supplier on AliExpress, this will also update it directly on DSers app. So as you sell more items, the stock will update on its own, so you don't have to worry about that at all. And then once you're done with that, that is pretty much it for the variants. So we're going to move on to the description. So for the description, I definitely recommend deleting everything that you see on here. So starting from down here to the bottom, I'm going to delete all of this. This is being imported directly from AliExpress, so it's just copy and pasted what's ever on AliExpress. So I definitely do not recommend that to be on your store. That would definitely give it away that you are drop shipping from AliExpress. So I'm going to delete all of this on the description. Oops. Delete, and then I'm going to delete all of that here. And then I'm not going to spend a lot of time here on the description. I'm just going to put, if you're struggling, I can't even spell, struggling with sleep, it's a perfect product for you. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Maybe just change the heading. Obviously, I definitely recommend that you guys spend a little bit more time on the description, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I want to get through this video. But I recommend in the description that you briefly talk about the product and all of the features that it has to offer. So for this product, it has a long-lasting battery. It's adjustable so that any body could fit it with size. You can adjust the size to where it literally fits any size. It's wireless. If it comes with a charging, you can put it comes with a charging cable. Just stuff like that describes the product just feature wise, so that people know what this product offers. That's what I recommend to put in the description, and you can spend a little bit of time to do that. But for this example, I'm just going to leave it like this. And then next thing is the images. So this right here is going to choose all of these that are selected are going to be the ones that are pushed to our store. So if you don't want this pushed to your store, I definitely recommend unchecking it. So for this one, I do not like this picture, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then this one, I might get rid of this one too. This one, I guess I could keep that one. Keep this one. Get rid of this one. And you could choose to add some more if you see any cool pictures as well. I really like this one. Actually, yeah, that one's definitely needed because that is the black one. So once you're done with this, you can go to the shipping info, which doesn't really matter since All the variants are going to be shipped from the United States. So once you're done with that, you'll just hit save, or you can hit push to Shopify, but I'm just going to hit save first. And then I'm going to push this to Shopify by hitting this button right here. And then right here, this will prompt you to, make a few changes. So this right here is saying basically that the system detected that you manually edit the price. And this is basically, as I said earlier, you could put pricing rules for your products automatically. So if you want in the future, you could just edit the pricing rules in the settings section, and you could put it to like any product that you add from AliExpress. You want to, 2x it or 3x it automatically. But for me, I literally just like to manually choose my product price, so I just leave this blank. And then this right here is asking you to continue selling when out of stock. For this product, as you can see, the stock, he had well over 1,000, I think 2,000 of these products available. So I don't really have to worry about that. But if you're dealing with a lot of orders and you're getting a lot of orders coming in, I definitely recommend choosing this one, because if you run out of stock from this supplier specifically, as we have seen looking up this product, there's tons of other suppliers. So if this supplier sells out, literally I'll just, change it to a different supplier on AliExpress. So I definitely recommend leaving this checked, because if this supplier were to sell out and this was unchecked, it would basically put on your website that the product is out of stock, and then nobody could, buy the product. So if you ran ads on that product and you sold and the supplier sold out, you wouldn't make any money there. So I definitely recommend leaving this checked, because if the supplier does sell out, you need to still be able to sell this on your website. And since this product is really popular, there's tons of other suppliers that you'll be able to switch on later on if one of the suppliers does sell out. So I recommend leaving that checked, and then also checking this, you want to publish this to your online store so that you can sell it. So once you're done with that, you'll hit push to Shopify, and this will push this product directly to your Shopify store. So we're going to go back to Shopify, and we're going to go back to, let me just exit out here. And we're going to go to products. And now that product should pop up, and there it is. So let's click this. And as you can see, this is the product right here. This is the page. And this is the main picture. So whatever picture that is first, this is going to be the main picture that people see when they go to the product on your page. So I'm definitely going to put this one as the first picture. And have these at the bottom. And honestly, I recommend not leaving these pictures on your store and finding some other ones, because these just kind of give it away that you are using AliExpress. So I recommend, searching on Google or other websites for stock images of these products. But for this case, I'm just going to leave it here for an example. So the next thing that I recommend is, so as you can see, let me just show you guys right here. You'll get a preview of what this looks like on your website. And this is before we're going to edit the store and everything. The thing that I definitely want to, make an emphasis on is whenever you have a product from AliExpress and it has a ship from option, as you can see, it's only being shipped from the United States, but it's importing directly from AliExpress, and it had that ship from option. So I want to get rid of this, because I do not want my customers to see this as an option. It doesn't matter at all for them to see it, since it's going to be shipped from the United States anyway, so they don't need anything to do with that. So I want to get rid of that option so that it just gives them the option to select black or pink. So if we go back here, I need to get rid of the ships from option. So right here, when I choose edit, I'm going to delete and save. And then if we go back to the preview of the store, the ship from option will be removed, which is amazing. So now this is giving only the option of black and pink to my customer. So as I told you guys earlier, when we selected that, compare our price, it was $100, and our price for this product is $49.99. So it seems like the customer is getting a big discount. So if we go back here, everything looks pretty good from this perspective. If you wanted to edit the website SEO, you could do that here. This is basically will help your product to be ranked in the search engines, and you could just choose to edit whatever words that you choose that you want to rank up on the search engines. But I'm just going to leave that how it is for now. But other than that, everything looks really, really cool and pretty clean. And for example, I know a lot of you probably have been wondering if I'm going to add more products, and I'm not, because the reason why, I definitely recommend that you guys focus on, a one product dropshipping store. Because, back then you could have what's called a general store, which you could put up a whole bunch of different dropshipping products from AliExpress. You could have a sleeping mask, you could put like headphones, you could put, bikinis, pretty much everything on there. But nowadays, it definitely is recommended that you guys start dropshipping stores that are one product, one niche stores. So it's focused on one thing. And it makes it more of a branding or a branded experience for your customer. And it doesn't seem like they're just at like some scammy website, some scammy dropshipping website that's just trying to, sell a bunch of dropshipping products. So I recommend that you guys stick to one product or just one niche. So for example, I'm going to stick to this one product, but if I wanted to add another product to the store, it's going to be something that relates to this. So maybe it would be a different option. So this right here that I'm selling is like a goggle type, so like a face mask. So maybe I would sell the headband one too as an option for my customers, as you can see right here. But everything that I will add to this, store will be related to this niche. So I definitely recommend you guys stick to one niche stores or one product stores, and that you don't focus on trying to add a bunch of random products to your store, because it will make it harder for you to, make money. So now that we have that set, I'm going to teach you guys how to customize your dropshipping store. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to online store. And as I told you guys earlier, when you first sign up with Shopify, it's going to give you the default theme, which is called Dawn. And this is how that theme is going to look like right here. So if we go to the home page, this is how it will look. And this is, before we start editing and doing everything. So this is how it will look. In my opinion, I don't like that one, since every Shopify store has that as default. A lot of people probably see that theme a lot and probably think it may be a dropshipping store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose another free theme. And the one that I like is Refresh. So I'm going to add this to the theme library. And this will install this theme onto my store. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that, maybe like a minute or two. While we wait for that, I'll just add it. But before I customize the theme, I want to first show you guys how you could change the name of the store. So now that I've found my product, I have kind of the name that I want for my dropshipping store. So I'm going to change it from J-Rich YouTube Store to the Sleep Mask. So let me go to settings, store details, and I'm going to go to edit. And I'm going to put my store name, Sleep Mask. Now I'm just going to hit save. And now, as you can see, my store is no longer J-Rich YouTube Store. It's Sleep Mask. So what I'm going to do is the theme that we just added to the library is going to be right here, Refresh. I'm going to customize it, and we're going to begin to customize our own Shopify Dropshipping Store. So right here, this is gonna give you kind of like some tips on, how to use this theme editor on Shopify. But I'm just gonna exit out because I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So the first thing is, well, honestly, it's a good news thing that, to know. When you only, dropship using one niche or one product stores, you need to keep your dropshipping store simple. So you do not need all these other, real estate on your website. So all of this slideshow, all these image with text and all stuff like that. If you have a one product or one niche store, it could be really clean and simple because you don't need a lot of those options. So what I usually do first is I get rid of these, unnecessary real estate on my store, because I want to keep it clean and simple for my customers. I do not want them to, see a whole bunch of stuff that is irrelevant. I want to keep it as clean and simple as possible. So I'm going to begin to delete a lot of these options. I'm going to remove the section. So the feature collection, I'm going to remove that too. The multi-column, I'm definitely going to remove that as well. So if we go right here, remove section. Image with text, I'm going to remove that as well. We don't need that. Another image with text, I'm going to remove that section. Another one as well. Another one. So as you can see, there's a ton of unnecessary things on the website. The rich text, I'm going to remove this as well. Blog post, remove that. Another multi-column section, definitely going to remove that section. And as you can see, we're only left with the feature collection section. So what I like to do for the one product stores is, since I'm only selling one product, I want to add the section of the feature product. So if we go right here, I want to look for feature product. So here it is right here. And this is going to put the feature product here. So when we go here, I'm going to choose the product right here, select product, sleep mask headset. So whatever product that you're selling, just select that right here. And this will boom, put it right here to where it's on your store when people first see it. So I'm gonna hit select. And if we go back, I think we have another section that I forgot to delete, and that is the feature collection. So first I'm going to move this at the top of the page. There we go. And then I'm going to get rid of this feature collection since it's only going to be one product that we're selling. So I'm removing that section. And now this looks much cleaner. Much cleaner than before, which is amazing. So right here, when people first go to the home page, when they first go to your website, this is what they'll see. And this is literally only what they need to see. They just need to see the product, and they just need to see, what color to choose from and the price, and the add to cart or buy now button. That's all they need to see. They don't need to read, an about me story. They don't need to, look at some content that I, took for this product. All they need to do is choose to buy this product. And, the simple, you don't want to give them a lot of different, things on their mind or different things to get them to leave your website. And then if there's a lot of different distractions, then chances are then that will be the case. So you want to do, like I did in this example, delete a lot of those other unnecessary options on your website and only leave the necessary ones, as you can see right here, which is only your one product that you're selling. So the next thing is I want to edit this footer. I don't want to have all these options. So if we go to the footer right here, I'm going to get rid of the shop, remove that block. About, there is no about me on this page. They don't need to know about a mission. I'm just selling them a product. And then that's 2, remove block, and boom, as simple as could be, the product, and subscribe to our emails. So this right here would prompt people to enter their email for you guys to, use email marketing to sell your products too. So that's pretty much all you literally need. The store name, the product, and the subscribe to email option, and then your social media links right here, which you'll be able to edit as well. So the next step that I want to do is I want to add a custom logo to my store. So I need to create one first, because I do not want to have this, sleep mask text right here. That doesn't look clean. It doesn't look elegant. So you guys could try doing that, but I don't recommend doing it. I recommend, putting a custom logo on your store. It makes your store look like it's its own brand, and, will build more trust for people to buy products from you. So when you're done with that, hit save, and I'm going to teach you guys how to create a logo. And what I use is Canva. So I'm just going to go to canva.com, and I'm going to choose, I'm going to look up sleep logo, and I like this option right here. And since this is going to be on my store, let me get rid of this. Let's move this over here. Since this is going to be on my store right here, I need it to be kind of longer. So I need dimensions to be longer. And so I'm going to resize this to, I guess I could do this one. So I'm going to resize this. All right, so the first thing I need to do is, our store name is Sleep Mask. So I'm going to move this over, actually move it this way. And then I'm going to change this background to white. and I want to have like a little logo, I guess, of something to do with sleep. So let me search up the templates or the emblems. So right here, let's look up sleep. Has some Z's. I like the smooth option. So maybe I'll put that in the middle. And maybe I could change this color to black. Maybe I could lower that a little bit. I'm just freehanding this, so hopefully it looks nice. But I just want to show you guys how you can just easily add a logo to your store. Alright, so that's the sleep mask logo. As you can see, it took me about 5 seconds to make. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add this to my store. So I'm going to download this as a transparent file. So go right here to download, and I want the background to be transparent. And the next step is I want to crop out this image. So if I just add this to my store how it is, it's going to have this whole background, so it's going to be really small. So what I need to do is I need to crop this image to where it's just a logo. And then go to tools and crop. All right. And then the next thing I need to do is go back here, and I'm going to add that logo to my store. So if we go to the header, it's going to have a default logo, which is the text. I'm going to change that and select the image. I'm going to upload the image. This is the image. And boom, as you can see, this is the logo. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to change this background. I want the background to be white. So there we go, background 1. And the next step is I want this to be bigger. So I'm going to increase that size, and there we go. And that's the logo to our store. So it looks much, much better. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the colors, the color scheme of the store to match the logo so that it looks like an actual brand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to theme settings. I'm going to go to colors, and I'm going to get this color load from Canva. I mean the color code. So right here we got the color, and I want to copy and paste that exact color code, which is that right here, A877C8. So when we go back, I'm going to enter this on all the blue options. So I'm going to get rid of this blue and change it to the purple color scheme. So this is the one right there. And then change this blue. There we go. And then change it right here. So everything that's like that navy blue, I'm changing that to the purple. That's going to be our brand color. All right, so that's pretty much it for the color side of it. And I want to change this, the font. I think the font doesn't match the brand. I want the font to kind of match this brand logo. So if we go back to the settings and we go to typography, I'm going to change this heading font. And there's a bunch of different options to choose from. So I'm going to choose one that kind of matches this, I guess the closest one I could find to it. Let me see. I guess this one kind of looks like it. Yeah, it's close enough. So I'll select that as the font. So this will be something that matches this one. And the next thing I want to do is I want to definitely get rid of this J Rich YouTube store, which is the vendor. So I'm going to get rid of this option, just exit out of that so that that's not there. But other than that, it looks really, really good. Really, really simple, really clean. This actually looks like a brand store. So if you kind of rewind this video and seeing how the store looked when we first got started to how it looks now, much, much better. This actually looks like a branded Shopify store. And the next thing I want to do too is I want to show you guys how you can make transparent images. So for this example, I don't really like this white background right here. I don't think it looks that clean. I would much rather this be transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Shopify product page to download that image. So if we go to products and we go to the images, so this is the product. I want to download these images really quick. So right here, I'm going to download this one. Exit out right here. I'm going to download this one. And then I'm going to download the pink one. So you guys don't really have to do this. This is just kind of like a pet peeve that I have. I want it to look clean and elegant. I want the background to look transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload those images to Canva. So if we create a design and let's just do product. And this is a good dimension to put it. So I'm going to upload this right here. Set as background. And I want to get rid of that background. That white background right there. So perfect. Once that's done, then I'll download that image. Transparent background, download. Boom, that would be right here. So then I'm gonna take the other one, get rid of this, and put this as background. Then get rid of that background as well. So once that's done, I'm gonna download this image too. So share, download, transparent background, download. And then the last one is the one where it's both of them. So I'm gonna set this as background, edit image, background remover, which is super. I definitely recommend, if I didn't say it already, I recommend using Canva. It's a huge, huge plus. It will save your life, literally, especially anything to do with designs. You saw me create a logo super easy and simple through here. And now you're seeing me get rid of the background for products really, really simple and easy. So I definitely recommend using them. So the last one, let me download this one, transparent. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to my Shopify store and I'm going to replace these products. So I'm going to add each of these products. So these are the 3 new ones that are transparent. And I'm going to get rid of these, delete files. And now I'm going to rearrange the images. And then I need to choose a picture for each one. Update variant image. So for the black one, I want this image to be this new one that's transparent. And then for the pink one, I want this to be transparent as well. So once I'm done with that, I'll hit save. And now if I click this product, it should show that there's no background there. Yep, so as you can see, there's no background. So when I'm going to my store and editing, it will probably take a minute to update here. But when it's done updating, this will have no background, which will look amazing. Let me try to see if I could refresh the page and see if it will update. Perfect. So as you can see, there's no background here. It just looks much smoother and clean in my opinion. So it's definitely something that you don't have to do, but in my case, it's just a pet peeve that I have. I like my store to look clean and simple. So, and it's really, really simple to do for you to just get rid of that background. It makes a big difference in my opinion. So that's what I recommend to people. So let's see, the next thing we want to do is we want to edit the other pages as well. So this is just the home page when people go to your website. But if they, find themselves on, the product page, we want to definitely make sure that we edit that as well. So this is the product page. So if they click like more details, this will take them here to where they can look at all the images and the description. So I want to get rid of all these different options that we don't need. So as you can see right here, this is another thing that's giving the vendor. So I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want that to be an option for people to see. And then I want to get rid of all of this unnecessary real estate. So let me go right here. And if you just click anything that you want to get rid of, so if you click right here, it'll take you directly to it. And you can just remove the whole section. And the same thing for this one. Remove block. You click here. So I'm just going to get rid of all this multi-column section right there. The rich text section, I'm going to get rid of that. See, there's a whole bunch of just unnecessary things that you don't need on your store. So you want to definitely get rid of all of those. Move. All right, there we go. Had to remove a whole bunch of different things, but now it looks really clean and simple, which I like. So this is the product page, and then you just hit save when you're done with that. And the next thing to do is you want to edit the checkout page. So the checkout page would basically be already kind of edited already for you, but I want to make sure everything is in line with the brand, like the colors and everything. So right here, the color scheme looks like it's blue. So I want to change that to our original colors, which is like purple. So if we go to colors, actually we need to go to checkout right here. If we go to checkout, we scroll down and we select the colors. We want to change everything that's blue to purple. And then boom, this will be the brand colors. So if we hit save, that would be that. And then let me just add up the finishing touches to the website. So if we go to the home page, let me see. Everything looks clean, simple. I want to change this menu. So I don't want it to be catalog. If you have catalog and people click it, usually they're probably assuming that you have a whole bunch of different products. But in this store, it's literally only one product. So I want to change that. So I'm going to go to the menu settings, which is an online store. Then you go to navigation and you want to go to menu. So if you choose right here, main menu, I'm going to change this catalog and I'm just going to put sleep mask and I'm going to link the actual product. Apply changes and save. So when we go back here, refresh, that catalog should change to sleep mask. So perfect. So when people click this, this will literally take them directly to the product. So instead, when it was catalog, it would take them to a whole, feature collection, which you don't want. So this is our store, really, really clean and simple. And you guys seen it took me literally about 20, 30 minutes to make this. So it's not difficult at all. And I feel like a lot of people that don't know how to dropship probably think that this is probably the hardest part, but as you can see, it's really not. And so let me just double check everything. So I see this right here. I forgot to edit the announcement. So let me click that and let me just put something like free shipping on all orders. So something simple. And you could remove this announcement block if you want to. You don't have to put this if you don't want to, but I'm just going to leave it how it is and change it to free shipping. And I think that we're done with our website. This is it. So if we choose to look at a preview, so if you get right here to preview, this will take you to how your website will look. Really, really simple and easy. I feel like, in my opinion, like the logo makes a huge difference, man. I just feel like the logo makes it like look like an actual branded store. So I definitely recommend you guys do edit and create your logo, whether you use Canva or whatever you want to use, but make sure you have a custom logo. That makes a big difference. So other than that, that's pretty much how you customize a Shopify store. So to recap, everything that you want to edit, literally all you got to do is click it and it'll take you to that section. So if you click it, that'll take you right there. If you want to edit this, that'll take you directly to it. So anything and everything you can edit, really, really simple. It's like drag and drop, really, really simple and easy. But that's the store. So once you're done, you definitely want to hit publish. So let me just show you what that means. So if we go back to the online store, as I told you guys, it will come with this default theme for every Shopify store, which is the Dawn theme. And I didn't like this theme, so I added another free one to my store, which is Refresh. But in order for the Refresh, where we just, customize, to actually be our store, we need to publish this. And when we publish this, this will get rid of this as our store and move it to this one. So if we hit publish, this will replace the current theme, which is what we want. And then boom, this is how our store looks. There we go. So other than that, you guys, that is literally how you customize your own Shopify store. So to recap, what we did was we added the dropshipping product directly using the DSers app. And for you guys to always be able to go there, just literally go down to online store, right here to where it says apps, and it will have the DSers app right there. So anytime you want to, access the DSers app, just go right here to apps, and this will take you directly to it. And so after we added the store, we just customized our Shopify theme, and this is how that bad boy looks. So we are ready to sell and start making money with dropshipping. So the next step is to literally just, if you want to add your own domain, I recommend using Namecheap. I think GoDaddy is like a popular option, but Namecheap is like the cheapest option. Like you could literally get domains for like $5, like $5.98. So I recommend getting your domains from Namecheap. So for this example, like if my store was Sleep Mask, I'm sure Sleep Mask is taken, sleepmask.com. Yeah, sleepmask.com is taken. So these are the only other options. Sleepmask.net, but that one's selling for $2,999. So what I would do in this example maybe is adding like something like thesleepmask.com. And this one's taken too, so that's not really good for that product. But this is just a very, when you have a common name like this, it just makes sense for it to be taken. Like Sleep Mask, I'm sure a lot of people have, created websites using that domain name. So what I would do, I would just try to get creative with the name like sleepmask.co or shopsleepmask.com. Dang, that one, they just bought it last year. So I guess it's a really, really popular, domain and product, obviously, since a lot of people are dropshipping it. But just something like that, like adding shop to it, or anything creative, you could make your own domain there and create it. And once you do that, you'll connect that with Shopify. Super, super simple and easy. And after you do that, you just set up your payments, which is basically just you entering your information, like your tax ID number and all that good stuff, so that Shopify pays you. And then other than that, you're ready to go. Really, really simple, from starting from absolutely scratch and no money. And just like I said, you are completely free, like, to use Shopify for 14 days. You don't have to pay a dime for 14 days, and you can start making money with that in that 14 days free trial without paying anything. And Shopify is having like a cool little promo that they're giving you 3 months of Shopify for $1 a month on plans, which is crazy. So let me just pick a plan. Let's see what that entails. Yeah, so this is literally insane, you guys. So normally, as I was telling you guys, Shopify is $29 a month for the basic Shopify plan. But they're running a promo, and I don't know how long that they are going to have this promo, but it's $1 for the first 3 months. So $1 a month for the first 3 months, which is crazy good. That's like insane for you guys. So you basically be able to use Shopify for 3 months for $3. So you have 3 months to make more than $3 to, profit from a Shopify dropshipping store, which is super good. So that is everything that you guys need to know to start a Shopify dropshipping store from scratch. But now I need to teach you guys how to actually make money by advertising this Shopify dropshipping product, because it's really simple. Anybody and everybody could create this and do what I just did. But the hard part is to actually get people to buy this product for you to make money, because that's what most dropshipping is in the that's literally what you have to do to make money dropshipping. That's about like 80% of dropshipping, I would say, is the marketing and advertising part, because if you don't do that, then you don't make any money. So after you create your store, that's literally what you need to focus on, advertising and marketing. And I'm going to show you guys exactly in different methods for you guys to set up ads on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and then also how you guys can make money dropshipping for free, so you guys can advertise on social media without using any of your money. So a lot of different methods and strategies I'm going to go over with you guys. But in regards to creating a Shopify store from scratch, that is literally all that it takes. And I know that every one of you watching this is definitely capable of doing that. So now let's get into Shopify dropshipping, advertising, and marketing, so that you guys can actually make money with this. All right, so now that we got our store created and customized, we need to talk about marketing, because that's where we're going to get our customers. So we're going to start with Facebook and Instagram ads. And if you didn't know already, Facebook owns Instagram, so they're the same company. So you'll be able to run ads through Facebook and Instagram on the same platform, which is very easy and straightforward. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you create your Facebook page for your business, and then also create an Instagram page for your business as well. And once you have that created, we need to connect our Facebook to Shopify. But the first thing you need to do in order to do that is you need to pick a plan. So in order for you to use those kind of features on Shopify, you need to pick a plan. But don't worry, you won't be charged until 14 days after your free trial ends. So when your free trial ends, that's when you're charged. So if you pick a plan today, you have 14 full days of you using Shopify without you getting charged. And for those of you that got in recently on this deal, it's $1 for 3 months. So after 14 days, when they charge you, it's only $1, which is crazy. So I'm going to choose a plan, and then we're going to connect our Facebook and stuff to our Shopify. So once you pick your plan, it will refresh, and it will have you as on the pay plan and not on the free trial. So let's take a second for this to load. Let me just refresh this again. Okay, perfect. So now, as you can see, we're still on the free trial, but it's not prompting us to pay for a paid plan since we already did that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect our Facebook page to our Shopify account. So go to online stores and then go to preferences. And then the first thing I want to do too is I want to get rid of the password to our page. So for those of you that do not know, when you first start off and you're under the free trial, your store is password protected, meaning if anybody tried to go to your store, whatever this URL is, they won't be able to access it without entering the password. And you have to choose a plan on Shopify to get rid of that password. So what we're going to do is we're going to disable the password right now. So now everybody can get to our store, and you have to do that too to connect Facebook to your store. So that's the first step as well. You need to get rid of that password. So once we do that, we're going to connect our Facebook to our Shopify account. So it's going to take a little second to load. There it is. So it took a little bit of time to load, I don't know, for whatever reason. So once you go here, just hit start setup, and you're going to connect your Facebook account to your Shopify. And this is allowing Shopify to basically your Facebook account to connect with Shopify, and it'll tell you everything permission wise, what Facebook will be allowed permissions for. So I'm just going to choose allow. So once you do that, Facebook will basically have your pages here. So if you have multiple Facebook pages, they'll come up right here. But for now, you need to choose which page to connect to your Shopify store. So obviously this Facebook page that's going to be connected is the sleep mask. So I'm going to choose this and connect. And then it's going to ask you if you wanted to, use all this and all that, edit payment settings and, to use in-app checkout and all that. So I'm just going to leave it how it is and hit save. And then this will basically tell you the data sharing preference. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use enhance. I'm going to leave it how it is and hit save. And now what we're going to do is once you create your Facebook page and once you connect it, you need to have a pixel. So what your pixel is going to do, the pixel is going to be basically a code that's going to be put onto your store, and it's going to track everything that's going to be happening on your store. So when visitors go to your store and check out, if they click a certain product and don't check out, wherever they're coming from, like if they're coming from like Instagram or whatever like ad that you paid for, like everything is being tracked. All the data is being tracked. So that pixel is getting all of that data. So you need to connect that to your Shopify store. And when you first create a Facebook page, you don't have a pixel. So you need to create one for your page. So we're going to create new. And then right here, sleep mask pixel will be created after submission, which is great. And then we'll hit confirm. And then now it's basically just going to tell you to agree to their terms, and you can read this if you want. I already know, so I'm just going to hit check, and then I'm going to submit for review. And then it's going to take like a minute for them to, do all the information and connect everything to your site and also create your pixel. So I'm going to pause this and resume it when it's done. So once that's done, I'll take you to this page, and it'll say that your shop is in review. But basically this review is for Facebook's sales channel. So Facebook has their own shop on Facebook. Nobody really uses that too much, in my opinion. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. But now that we see that our Facebook account and our Facebook page is now connected to our Shopify account. And from here on this Facebook connection with Shopify, you'll be able to create an ad directly on here, and you'll be able to do a lot of stuff that's directly on the Shopify platform as opposed to going to Facebook. But I recommend just getting familiar with Facebook because it's much easier and you have more features if you just do it directly on there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to double check that everything is connected. So let's go to our Facebook page. As you can see right here, this is our Facebook page. What we need to do is we need to go to business.facebook.com. And this will take you to this page. And as we can see, it says commerce. So that pretty much means everything's connected. If you click that link, this will take us to right here, and it's showing us our Shopify analytics. So that is connected to Shopify and all that good stuff. So what we could do also is we can make sure that all the products and everything is connected to the pixel. So let's click catalog. And let's go to events, and let's go to connect to tracking, and let's connect this pixel and hit save. And now this is all good, so the pixel is connected. So this is our pixel ID. You'll use this for literally everything. So you could connect your Facebook pixel to your Shopify account, which we did. You connect it to your Google account. You connect it to your TikTok, pretty much everything. So this is going to be your pixel ID. So to go here, you could just go to your Facebook page, business.facebook.com, go to catalog, and then go to events, and this will show your pixel. So this will always be your pixel ID. And let's double check if that's connected to Shopify too. So the way to do that is to go to online store, go to preferences, and then right here where it says set up Facebook, so this should take us directly there. And we're gonna wait a second for this to load. So once that loads, this will again take us to that Facebook integration with Shopify. And what you'll do is you want to check if your pixel is connected. So you just hit the settings button, and this will take you, if you scroll down, it will show you your pixel. So as you can see, all the behavior will be tracked with this pixel, and this is the ID. So if we go back to our Facebook Business Manager, this is our pixel, 600, last ending in 559. So let me double check that number. Go back to Shopify. Yep, and that's pretty much it. So that is how you connect the Facebook pixel to your Shopify store. So every single data metric on your Shopify store will be tracked with this pixel ID because you just connected it. So this is very, very vital, especially if you're doing any kind of advertising. So you definitely want to make sure that you have this connected, and that is how you do it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect our Instagram now to our Facebook page. So if you haven't already, like I said, make sure you create an Instagram account because Facebook owns Instagram, so you'll be able to do ads on both Facebook and Instagram all in one. So let's go back right here and let's go to settings. And then let's scroll down to where it says Instagram. And then let's hit connect account. Continue. I'm just gonna log into my Instagram, not that account. I need to switch to the other account. I think the account is Shop Sleep Mask. Okay, and let me enter the password. So once you sign in, it will take you right here, and it's basically gonna ask you which best describes you. And this is gonna be a business account, not a creator account, so I'm gonna hit business. Then next. And then right here, enter your contact information. I'm just gonna put, don't use my contact info. And then I'm gonna hit done. And now our Instagram will be connected to the Facebook page. So I'm gonna refresh this. Okay, amazing. So as you can see, Shop Sleep Mask, which is the Instagram account that I created, is now connected to the Facebook page. And once you connect your Instagram, if it gives you this pop-up, you definitely want to review the account connection before you move on. So this is basically going to allow you to give that Instagram account all the access that it needs for you to use it with this Facebook account. So right here, when we put review connection, we're going to hit continue, and we want to definitely create ads and comments on them. So we want all of this connected. So I'm going to hit continue, and then I'm going to confirm the connection, and then it's going to ask me to put the password to confirm. So I'm going to pause this. Then once you log in, everything should be straight. All right, so now everything is officially confirmed. So hit done, and now everything is connected to our Facebook page. So now everything's integrated with Instagram and Facebook. So now we can move on to actually creating a Facebook ad. So in order for us to create an ad on Facebook, we definitely need to make sure that we have our own domain, because we need to verify that this is actually our website that we're advertising to. And to do that, like for example, if you don't pick a domain, a custom domain for you guys to use, this will be your domain, whatever this is, .myshopify.com. The problem with that, since you don't own myshopify.com, you can't verify that you own this domain. This is just a default domain that Shopify gives you when you create your Shopify account. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have your own personal custom domain so that you can verify that you yourself own it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy a domain on Shopify since it's much quicker and easier. But like I was saying, there's other options. And to do that, you just go to settings and then go to domains. And then I'm going to hit buy new domain. I'm going to put, let's see if this is available, the Sleep Mask store. There we go. So it's available because it's having the buy button. So as you can see, the price is $14 a year. But I was telling you guys earlier in the video that the cheapest place to get a domain is namecheap.com. The Sleep Mask store. So as you can see, it's around $698 a year. So it's less than It's about half of what Shopify is charging you for $14. So I recommend just to go through here and then you just add it to the cart, you create your account, you buy this domain, and then you easily connect it to Shopify. But for this example, I'm just gonna speed up this process by buying it directly through Shopify since I don't mind paying the extra $7. So I'm gonna hit buy. And once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna hit buy domain. And now this is our custom domain. So now I'm going to get rid of this and it should be fresh, target online store, redirects. So I need to definitely make sure the next step is I need to make this domain, the sleepmaskstore.com, our primary domain. So right now, as you can see, still, if you type up this domain, it redirects to the my.shopify.com. So I do not want this domain anymore. I want it to just be this one. So I'm going to set this one as the primary. So I'm going to hit this button. So now the sleepmaskstore.com is now the primary domain for my online store. So it's going to take like a little bit of time, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes for this to be verified since I just bought it. So let me see if it goes directly to the store. See, as you can see, it's not secure. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes or a little bit longer for this to be secured. And when that's secured, basically, then we're good to go. So since I just bought it, it needs to be secured through Shopify so that people could securely check out. So I'm going to give it like 5 to 10 minutes for it to be secured. And then I'm going to verify that I own this domain on my Facebook account. So the SSL, which is what makes the domain name secure, it's still pending, so it could take a little bit of time. I think it could take up to 24 hours, but in my cases, usually it's like up to an hour. So hopefully I'm just gonna try to connect this and verify that I own this domain on Facebook. So to do that is the reason, let me see. The reason why it's not doing that is because it's not secured. But I'm going to see if Facebook still allows me to connect it. So you just go here, you go to settings, and then you go to business settings right here. And then you're gonna scroll down to brand safety, hit domains, and we're going to add our own domain. And it's gonna be the sleepmaskstore.com. Hit add, so not verified. So we need to add this to the source code. That's one option. The other option is to upload an HTML file, and this is the other option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this really quick to the HTML source code to verify that I own this domain. So I'm going to go over all of these options so that you're not confused, because this probably will scare a lot of you, all of this. So the first option is you could copy this meta tag. And so copy it to clipboard, and then you can add it to your code on your site. So what you'll do is you go to online store, and then you go to actions, and then you'll go to edit code. And then you want to go to the theme.liquid. And then you'll paste this under where it says, let me drag this over so it's right next by it, where it says the head. So you'll just paste it underneath this. I personally don't like this because I don't like messing with the code for my website. So I like the DNS option, adding it to the DNS. And also let me just check to see. Oh, cool. So it's secured. So the SSL is complete. And that took about 5 to 10 minutes, I would say. So that wasn't that long. So usually, you gotta wait like less than an hour. But if it's over an hour, which it does do sometimes, then you just have to wait. I think it goes up to 24 hours, but it was pretty quick in this situation, which is amazing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the settings, and then we're gonna copy this to clipboard. We're gonna add this DNS to our domain. So to do that, we'll go right here to settings, and then we'll go to domain. As you can see, this is our domain. So I'm gonna click this right here. And then I'm going to go to the domain settings, and I'm going to go to edit DNS settings. And what Facebook is telling me to do is telling me to add this as a TXT record. So I'm going to copy this to the clipboard. I want to add a TXT record. So add custom record, TXT record, and then for the value, I'm going to put that, and then for the name, I'm just going to put at. Then I'm going to hit confirm. And now this is successfully added. It might take a little bit of time for Facebook to verify that it has been added. As you can see, it says it may take up to 72 hours, but hopefully that could verify it pretty quickly. So let's click verify domain. Perfect, instantly verified. So now your custom domain in this example, if you guys follow along with me, is definitely verified, and you are good to go to start sending ads to this website for your store. So once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna add the other assets to the account. So if we go right here, classic pages, I want this Facebook page that I created to be connected to this domain. And then once we're done with that, now we're going to go back to our page and we're going to start creating a Facebook and Instagram ad. So when we create a Facebook and Instagram ad, to get the most results, you want to create a conversions ad. So there's tons of different type of ads you can make on Facebook and Instagram. There's ads that you can make to get like awareness. There's ads that you can, create to get a bunch of visitors to your website. So, but we want to make money with our advertisements, right? So we want to spend money on advertisements that are going to get the max amount of conversion. So if I want to run a campaign, I don't want to just get people to go to my website. I want to get people to go to my website to either add an item to their cart, to check out, to actually make a conversion on the website. So if you choose, like, if you could easily create an ad, you could create an ad like on here, or you could go right here and create an ad as well. So you could always, hit this button, for example, create an ad, and it's just going to give you these options, right? Get started with automated ads. I don't recommend that. Get more website visitors, boost an Instagram post, promote your page, get more leads, get more messages. The problem with this is that you don't want any of these, right? So you're not spending money just to get website visitors. That's super easy to get people to visit your website. You're not spending money to boost an Instagram post. You're not spending your money to promote your Facebook page. And you definitely you don't care about getting any leads, and you definitely don't care about getting any messages. What we care about is actually getting people to check out, to go to our website and actually, buy this sleep mask. So we need them to convert. So the first thing you need to do is you need to head over to your events manager. So you'll see right here, and you need to create events so that Facebook could track them. So if you go right here, you could just click right here, and you can also just go right here to data sources. And you need to review the events right here. As you can see, this is the original domain, myshopify.com. We cannot verify that because we don't own that. So we're going to choose this one since we just purchased this one. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to hit manage events, and I'm going to edit. So I'm going to add events on Facebook so that they could track. Oops. This is, hold on a quick second, it's not showing a full page. All right, so there we go. I had to refresh the page. I don't know what it did at that second. So you should see this when you go to this page, and you just need to add events so that Facebook can track. So if we choose the pixel, we're going to choose our pixel, sleep mask pixel, and we're going to choose this one, add payment info. You could add as many events as you want, up to 8. We're going to choose add to cart. We're also going to add another event. We're going to choose initiate checkout, add event, and we're going to choose definitely purchase. And then let's add another one. could also choose, let's choose view content. So first priority, we want the purchase. That's gonna be our most important visitor or customer, is the one that's gonna purchase a product. So this is first priority. Second priority, I would put maybe add payment info, since that's like the second step. If they didn't reach the purchase, then at least they added the payment info. And then after that, it's add to cart. So if they didn't add the payment info, then they probably added to cart. Then initiate checkout. Let me see. I could put this probably right there, or right here, around there. And then view content is going to be the lowest priority. So that's going to be pretty much every single website visitor. So I want to talk about this value optimization. So I definitely recommend turning this on, but you have to have at least 30 purchases for it to be turned on. But what it does, it basically is going to automatically spend more of your budget towards people who have a much higher chance at purchasing a product from your store. So Facebook, when you pay for ads on Facebook, when they see they have all the data. So when they're showing or displaying an ad to someone, and that someone is having a higher chance at purchasing something from your store because of their past history, Facebook is going to spend more of your budget towards that customer, which hopefully in result will get you a purchase. So you can't turn it on just yet. You have to have at least 30 optimized purchases, but when you have that, I definitely recommend turning this on. So once we're done with that, we're just going to hit apply. And then yes, I confirm these changes, apply. And now we have successfully changed the event configurations. So you can hit OK. So all of these events right here will be tracked with the pixel. So now the next step is to actually, create an ad that is going to be optimized for whatever conversion that we want. In this case, it's going to be purchases. So now let's finally get into creating our Facebook and Instagram ads. So when you go to business.facebook.com, this is the page that you'll see, and it'll prompt you to hit this create ad button. But like I told you guys earlier, I don't recommend this option because you can't choose the conversions that you want for your customers. So when you're spending money on an ad, you want to spend that money to get conversions to your website. So you want people to check out and actually buy things from your website. And these are very limited. So you can only get more website visitors, which is really not that ideal because Facebook is just sending, a bunch of people to your website and you're paying for that. So even if they don't make any action like checking out on your store, you're still paying for them to get to your website. And this one, boosting an Instagram post, promoting your page, getting more leads, getting more messages. These are just not ideal for drop shipping advertising because you want to spend your money to get people to actually convert and buy things from your store. So I recommend that always start your ads at business.facebook.com/ads manager. So when you go here, you'll go to this page. So do not just stay at this page. So go to business.facebook.com/ads manager. This will take you to this page. So it's much more complex and a lot more features to where you could customize how you create your ads. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit this create ad button right here, or you could just hit the green button right here, whichever you choose. And we're going to choose, as you can see, it gives us a bunch of different options like awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion. We're going to scroll down, it's kind of hidden, and we're going to choose sales. So we want conversions, we want sales to our website. So hit continue. And then for the new campaign, you could name it, I'm just going to name it test 1. So this is the first test. And just so you know, when you do advertising on Facebook or any platform, you have to keep testing. You have to, test different, audiences. You could test different like creatives, like pictures and stuff. So you're always testing. So for this one, I'm just going to name it test 1. And then I'm going to scroll down. And now I'm going to turn on this campaign budget optimization. So what this is going to do, it's going to show this ad to, the most amount of people that will have the higher chance of, doing a conversion. That is my goal with this ad. So Facebook is going to show this to as many of those people as possible, and they have all the data for that. So trust them. And for the daily budget, I usually put 10 to 20 bucks. So I'm going to put 20 bucks right here. And then I'm going to choose next. If you don't want to choose this, you could choose whatever you want to do for your day. Your daily budget will still be whatever that you want. But for this one, I'm going to have a campaign budget optimization. And I'm going to put $10. This just makes the ads a lot better in my opinion. So I'm going to choose next. And then I'm going to scroll down. I want them to go to my website, and for the conversion event, so this is very important, I want people to purchase a product. So from here, you could choose to target people that will, initiate checkout or view content or add to cart, but I'm gonna choose to target people that will make a purchase on my page and purchase a product. So I'm gonna choose purchase. And it's going to give you this warning sign. For those of you that do not know, the iOS, Apple had a huge update that kind of limited the tracking from Facebook. So Facebook is, limited in that realm. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these ads. So I definitely just recommend to keep testing. And that's why I also recommend to doing the campaign budget optimization, because Facebook is going to show this to as many people that will have the higher potential to make a purchase on your store. So this is going to be the conversion event, purchasing. Then I'm going to scroll down. Start date will be right now. And the audience, I'm going to choose. I recommend when you first getting started with Facebook ads, I recommend just keeping it broad, right? So back then, you had to have a whole bunch of targets. They used to have to be super targeted to where you have to search up a bunch of demographics and interests to where it's like super targeted. But nowadays, like, it's recommended that you keep it as broad as possible, because Facebook is much smarter and they have a lot more data than when they had years ago. So they're going to show this ad to people that have the highest chance to purchase it. So what you can do, if you wanted to add like a demographics, you could put like people that are interested in sleep. So as you can see, let me show you first. So as you can see right here, if we leave it as it is, super broad, the age bracket is 18 to 65, all genders. This is a product, obviously, that male and female people, they could, use this. It doesn't really matter if it's a male or female users. Everybody struggles with sleep. So this is all genders. So I'm going to leave it all genders. And the age bracket too, 18 to 65, that's solid too. And then if I wanted to, lower this and make it less broad, what I could do is I could put like people interested in sleep. So still there's a lot of people that are interested in that. So as you can see, the estimated audience size went down pretty steeply. So if we go back, if I exit this and leave it broad, it's 231 million to 272 million. But if I put sleep as an interest, it goes from 59 million to 70 million, which is still pretty broad, but it's a big difference from where I had it without any interest. So what Facebook is going to do is whoever, all these 70 million people that are interested in sleep, is going to target this advertisement to those people. So I recommend, if you guys do put like an interest, just put like one or two so that you leave it as broad as possible. So I could leave it like it is right now. I'm just gonna leave sleep, and we're gonna test this out by targeting people that are interested in sleep. Now, for me, I would probably do one ad that's just super broad like this, and then publish it, and then also create another one where I'll name it like test 2, and then I'll target people that are asleep, and then I'll create another one, test 3, and I'll target people that have an interest in anything to do with sleep other than that. So different type of demographics and interests and behaviors. That's what is recommended, that you keep testing for advertisements. So for this one, I'm just going to put sleep again, and I'm going to target people interested in sleep. Now, when you scroll down, this will tell you the placement. So I don't recommend to leave it at automatic placement, because this is basically just going to have Facebook dictate where to like show your ads. If you know a product is, very trendy, or a lot of people on Instagram would probably like this product, then I recommend, putting more of that on Instagram and less of that on the Facebook platforms. Like, for example, like Facebook, like Marketplace, Rightcom, Explorer, Inbox, InStreams, get that out. Messages and articles, you could get that out. Apps and sites, you could get that out as well. Search, you could get that out. Reels overlay, a lot of people use that. Messenger stories, you could get that out as well. So this is pretty much what I usually do, but if you don't want to deal with this, you could just leave it as automatic. But I recommend, since you guys are using low budget, that you're using, the most platforms that have the highest chance of people, looking at the ad and converting. So I'm going to leave it how it is. Instagram, all the Instagram is in here. And one thing to mention too, when you use creatives, if you're using like Instagram Reels or Stories, the dimensions on them is like this. So it's like 9:6. So it has to be kind of long. So that is something to make note of. So I'm just going to leave it how it is right there. And then go to next. And as you can see, this is taking us to the next step. I'm going to select our Instagram account that I created, Shop Sleep Mask. So now everything's created. So as you can see, these are the ad previews. So if I click this events preview, it will show me all of the previews related to the advertisements. So this is Facebook feeds, Instagram feed. This is how it will look. And as you can see, it already has the picture on here because it's getting it from my Shopify store since we connected it. So I'm going to scroll down because I don't want this stock photo as the main picture. So as you can see right here, it has catalog, which is basically getting it from your Shopify store. And which is cool because before, like, you used to always have to get a picture, but now if you just want to use the picture on your store, you could just leave it how it is and then just complete your ad right here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this picture. I want to show someone actually using the product because that's going to potentially get people to take action on it more. Just seeing, a picture of a product doesn't really get someone to take action. Usually when you see advertisements, it's real humans using the product. So I'm going to hit manual upload and I'm going to choose single image. And then I'm going to add image. And I found this image online. I just did a quick Google search. Then hit next. This will give me the options right here. So as you can see, stories, it's ideal if you could get like a picture that matches this dimension so that it covers the whole thing. But if not, it would just show this picture and not the whole screen. I'll leave this one and then I'll do that one like this, and then I'll hit next. And then this is just gonna tell you to automatically adjust enhancements. Since I just got this online, I'm just gonna do that and let them do it. But if I were to, edit the picture myself, then I probably wouldn't choose this option. But since I just got it online, I'm just gonna leave it to them to enhance it. So I'm gonna hit done. And now that should update. And now we could see this is a preview of how the ads will look on the different platforms, as you can see. So this picture is much better than the regular picture of the product, like right here. So I'm glad we did that. So the next thing is I'm going to enter the text for the ad. So I have it written down to be quick. So the primary text, I'm just gonna put, let's see. I'm gonna put, for those that struggle with sleep. This is something I literally spent like 5 seconds creating. So I would recommend that you guys spend more time doing that. I don't know why it's saying this is misspelled. Then for the headline, I'm gonna just put, get the best sleep you ever had. And for the description, I'm just gonna put that too. For the call to action, learn more or shop now is what I recommend. And like I said, you could test different call to actions with different ad sets. But I think I'm just gonna leave it at learn more. Maybe because this is like a product that people would be more interested in, like learning more about it. So I'm just gonna leave it at learn more. And then let me see how this looks on the preview. Okay, so as you can see right there, that's the text. So the next step is we need to add our website so that people could click the website when they go to the product. So let me go right here and copy and paste our URL. So whatever your store URL is, you'll paste that here. And this will take the person directly to your website from the ad. So if you hit up the preview again, it should show you everything with the website. Amazing. So this is the website. Then they'll click learn more. Right here, they'll click learn more. Right here. So you have all these different previews. So everything looks pretty good. And then from there, you just double checked that the pixel is connected. So everything looks pretty good. And then from there, you're ready to go. You just hit publish. Since I'm not actually selling this product, I'm gonna quickly delete this ad. But once you hit publish, you're good to go. And now you just wait till the results to come in. So I recommend that you guys continue to run different like tests and ad sets with your campaigns, because chances are not the first one that you create ad wise is gonna be the one that is the most successful. So it's usually the ones that you continue to test and different variations. So you might find that maybe, for example, we had for our audience, we had them as under sleep, right? So for the interest of sleep, so you may find that maybe you kind of got to get rid of that and just have it just straight broad for it to perform the best. So things that you find out later on as you continue to run tests on different ad sets and interests and behaviors. So I recommend always to continue to test. So right now we already finished publishing our ad. So now it's in review. And then once it gets reviewed and approved, it will start running. And then you'll see all the data and all the metrics right here. So super, super simple and straightforward. So now I want to teach you guys how to do the same thing, but on TikTok. And actually, one very important thing that I do want to mention, since I know there's probably a lot of you that are not familiar with this at all. Since you had your budget $10 a day, it's going to continue to charge you $10 a day until you turn off the ad. So I don't want you guys to, forget about this and lose your money. So what you'll do is you'll go right here and you'll go to test one, whichever your campaign name is. Then you click this, and then this is going to be your ad. And you'll see right here, the amount spent will be right here. So whatever amount that you spent will be right here. And it's saying $0 because it's still processing. It's still kind of like approving the ad. So whenever you go right here, it'll show you the exact total amount that you spent. So if you spent more than what you wanted to, or if it reached a threshold, let's say you only wanted to, if the budget is $10 a day and you only want to spend $40, right? So when it reaches $40, which is probably on the fourth day, then you definitely want to turn this off. You want to turn off the ad so that it's not spending any more money. So that's what I recommend that you guys to do. So just be very advised on that is going to continue to charge you whatever your budget is per day until you turn off the ad. So now let's get into TikTok. So throughout the years, so I've been dropshipping for around 8 years now. Facebook and Instagram has dominated the social media space. But then within the last 1 to 2 years, TikTok has overtaken them, and TikTok literally has the crown for the top social media platform. If you didn't know already, people are literally so addicted to TikTok and spend a lot of their time on TikTok compared to the other social media platforms. And honestly, TikTok kind of changed social media. Even like Instagram is kind of doing more like the reels, just like TikTok. But essentially speaking, like TikTok is a platform for social media today. So I can't just talk about Facebook ads because that's literally what everybody has been talking about within the last, like I said, 8 to 10 years, because Facebook and Instagram has dominated. But now there's a new player in town, and that's TikTok. So I definitely wanted to talk about it and teach you guys how to use TikTok ads. So the very first important thing I do want to mention is that TikTok dimensions for their ads are different, right? So for the video ads, it's the same as like Instagram Reels, which is a 9:16 or 16:9. And so you definitely need to make sure that you have that for your video ads. Now they do have image ads as well, and I don't think there are any restrictions to those. But honestly, in my opinion, I would recommend that you guys do find a video, or get a video created for your dropshipping product to use for TikTok ads using these dimensions. So let's just go ahead and start to create a TikTok ad account. So I'm going to enter this information here. Oops. So once you successfully sign up, then TikTok will prompt you to enter your billing information, of course, so that you guys can pay for the ads. So just go ahead and fill that out now, and we're going to pause this while I do that. So after you do that, then it'll tell you to choose which mode that you want for the platform. So it has simplified and custom mode. So I'm just going to see how this simplified mode looks. Now, as you can see, it's kind of just like similar to how Facebook was with the Facebook page. Not really anything you could do like customize in that realm. So like you could choose to get website visits, generate customer leads, drive conversions. But if you go to the custom mode and you confirm, then it should kind of look just like Facebook. So they designed it similar to Facebook, to where you could choose to, put conversions as your main advertising objective. So honestly, I kind of like this UI a lot better than Facebook. It's more cleaner and more simple. It's not like a lot of unnecessary stuff that's in the dashboard. So always, well, not always, but usually always, when you're drop shipping and you're paying for advertisements, you want to drive conversions to your store. So I'm going to choose that. And then for the campaign name, you could just put test 1. And then you could put special categories, no categories declared, split test, campaign budget optimization. I love that, so I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to put the budget just like Facebook, $10 a day. So it's similar to the design as Facebook. And then you get to choose the lowest cost, standard, and then you can hit continue. Oh, I'm sorry. With TikTok, the daily budget is at least $50 a day. So unlike Facebook, where you could do $5 a day or however you want to, with TikTok, it goes to $50 a day minimum. So you definitely have a higher barrier to entry. I know for a lot of people, Facebook is kind of like the best in that realm, because you could start Facebook and Instagram with a low budget. So you got $5-10 a day. But with TikTok, you got to start with $50. So definitely make note of that. Then you could name your ad group. And then it's going to ask you to have a promotion type. So tell you the app or the website. So you put your website. And then right here, you could put your pixel. And you create your pixel 2 right here. So we're starting this account fresh. So let's create our pixel right here. Send events, browsers, TikTok pixel, and enter the pixel name. I'm just gonna put the name of the product, which is sleep mask. And TikTok directly integrates with Shopify, which is amazing. So I'm going to choose this option, and I'm going to choose Shopify, and then connect. And then we'll have to go back to Shopify to add the TikTok app. So let's search up TikTok. And it should be the first one that you see right here, and hit add app. Add sales channel, So now the next step would be to add the pixel to our Shopify store after this app has been added. So take a second for it to load. Okay, so let's go back to the Shopify app. And let's hit connect right here. And then this will take us to that TikTok login. And since we're already logged in, it should already connect to our TikTok account. So everything is straight. So now it's pending account review. I'm gonna hit connect again and see if that speeds it up. Okay, so now our TikTok is connected. So here you get to choose. It's similar to Facebook. You have standard, enhanced, and maximum. I'm gonna choose enhanced. And then I'm gonna hit connect. And then after I'm done with that, I'll hit finish setup. So right here you can see that my account is under review and normally takes up to 24 hours for it to be approved. But let's see when we go back to TikTok, if everything is connected. Few events. Complete setup. Okay, so everything seems to be connected on this end. I think it just takes a little bit of time for everything to be approved on the TikTok marketing aspect of it. So if we go back to the TikTok ad account dashboard, we could finish our ad. So as you can see, we're at website. So before we didn't have a pixel. So now that we have everything connected, everything should pop up regards to the pixel. So let's select that right there. In the optimization event, since we don't have any optimization, it's not going to show any activity, but we want to have the complete payment to be targeted. So we want to target people that is going to target the event of completing their payment. And so when we go scroll down right here, so everything, if you guys followed along with the Facebook platform, everything is super simple and super related to that. So TikTok literally created this in the spinning image of Facebook's ads manager. So if you know how to do Facebook, you for sure will know how to do this. Super simple and easy. So right here where it says automatic placement, you could choose to just have it automatic and chosen for them. And if you select this manual placement, it will give you option of TikTok, the newsfeed, app series, and Pango. I don't think I've ever used this, so I'm definitely gonna get rid of that. And so I want to talk about this really quick as well. So TikTok, like I said, the videos have to be, the dimensions are 9 and 16. So if you go right here, it's 9/16 dimensions for the aspect of the videos. So if you want to have your ads displayed on TikTok, then you would have to have a video that's 9/16. So basically the same dimensions and size as an Instagram reel. If not, if you just want to have just an image, then it will be on this newsfeed app series. So if we go back to where it says their dimensions and we go to for image ads, so if you just have an image, it's going to be shown on the Buzz Video, the news app series that they have on their platform. So my personal opinion, if you want to do TikTok ads, I definitely don't recommend it if you just have an image. So I just recommend that you guys, get a video that has the a 9/16 aspect ratios, the same as Instagram Reel, and do it that way. But if you only had an image, then it's going to show your ads on these platforms, the newsfeed app series. So for me, I don't have a video. Obviously, I didn't create one for this tutorial video. But like I said, I do recommend if you guys are serious about TikTok ads that you only use videos. And so I'm going to choose this. And then for the custom targeting, So similar to Facebook, you want to keep it as broad as possible. TikTok and similar to Facebook, they have gotten really, really smart. So they'll display your ads to, they'll learn more about your products and, people that are, more intended to make a purchase on your website. So usually you want to keep it broad when you're first starting off to get that data that's specific to your store. So if you want to just put like one interest, you could do that like with sleep, but I recommend keeping it as broad as possible. So let me just look up sleep and see what that does to it. So 0 to 2,000, 394,000. Yeah, so as you can see, the audience size goes from, looks like 125 million to 153 million to well under like 500,000. So it's super targeted if you choose one interest. What I do recommend though when you're using TikTok is that you definitely want to get rid of this 13 to 17 age group. There's a lot of little kids that are using TikTok. That's probably honestly most of their users. Before it was most of their users, now it's pretty much everyone using it, but there still is a huge user base in this 13 to 17 age. And you definitely do not want to have this as you're targeting for your ads, because you don't want your ads displayed to 13 to 17 year olds because they can't buy your product. Usually they don't have a credit card or debit card to purchase your product. So it's kind of a waste of money if you're paying for your ads to be displayed to them. So I recommend unchecking that and then just leaving checked the other options. So definitely get rid of that 13 to 17 age bracket. And like I said earlier, if you're for this product, it's a sleeping mask, so it's all genders, male and female, so there's no limit with that. And then also for your location, if you're in a different country, I recommend putting that as well. So if you're targeting like United Kingdom, if you're from the UK, then put that as well. But I'm in the US, so I'm going to leave it as United States. And then you could choose to have a whole bunch of different options as well. And then you could choose to display your ads at a certain time, but I'm just going to leave it how it is. And then right here, bidding and optimization, my goal for this advertising is conversion, which is great. And then the bid strategy is the lowest cost, which will maximize the number of results, as you can see. So after you're done with that, you'll hit next. And then this right here will give you a preview of what your ad will look like. So once you upload the images or videos, it'll show you a preview of what your ad will look like. So literally it's the same exact thing as Facebook, but just with different ad dimensions. So with Facebook, you could just put an image and it would be displayed on pretty much all of their platforms. But on TikTok, if you have an image, it's going to be on a specific platform, which is the news feed. But if you have a video, it's going to be displayed on TikTok. So I recommend, like I said, to have a video that is in a 9:16 aspect ratio, the same as an Instagram reel, so that it could be displayed to pretty much everyone that is using TikTok. And then once you do that, you just upload that right here and you'll finish off with that. It's tracking your TikTok pixel since you connected it, as you can see right here. And then once you're done with that, you're pretty much good to go. Really, really simple and straightforward. And I'm glad that I think they did that for a good reason. They made this the exact same like user interface and platform as Facebook. So a lot of people, as you know, have used Facebook ads for over 10 plus years. So TikTok did a really good job at making their ads manager platform pretty much the exact same as Facebook. So it's the same thing. So a lot of people will continue to know how to do it if they know how to use Facebook. So that's pretty much it for TikTok. The same thing as Facebook, just the ad size dimensions are different. But I definitely recommend testing out with Facebook and TikTok. And like I said, with Facebook, you could have a low budget of $5 to $10 or even less. But with TikTok, the budget starts at least $50 a day. So that is definitely something to note of. And that is how you use Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok ads. So now I want to talk about influencer marketing. So I want to first tell you about it. So what influencer marketing is, instead of you paying like a platform like Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, you're paying that business to display ads on their platform, right? But influencer marketing is you're going directly to the users on that platform and paying them to advertise your product. So in my opinion, this has been the most powerful form of advertising for me. This is, for those of you that don't know, was my breakthrough in advertising when I first got started in dropshipping. But back then, influencers were a lot cheaper than they are today. But I want to teach you guys how you can find influencers to as to promote your business. And honestly, even though they were cheaper, back then, there's a lot of influencers now, right? So the supply is very large. So there's a lot of influencers not only on Instagram but also on TikTok. So you'll find some smaller influencers, and I recommend going for the smaller micro influencers to pay them like a low budget to promote your product. And in a lot of cases, those small micro influencers, they have really loyal followings. So their following might not be huge as the mega influencers, but their following might be much lower than the mega influencers. So for example, if I found like a mega influencer for like 10 million, she has 10 million followers and she costs 10 grand to promote, I might not get the same results as if I go for a micro influencer that only has 10,000 followers and I paid her $100, right? So the influencer definitely matters in this case scenario. So I definitely recommend you guys test a whole bunch of different influencers. So I want to teach you guys first how to find influencers, and to do that, it's really, really simple, and this is completely free. If you go to Instagram, you could do this on your desktop or on your mobile phone, doesn't really matter. But if you search up any account, so if I search up Beyonce for an example, so this is Beyonce's Instagram page. Obviously, I'm not going to ask her to be an influencer for my brand, but whatever you let's just say you start with any influencer account, you just hit this down button, and this will give you a bunch of suggested accounts for that influencer. So what I usually do is I find one account, and then I'll hit that down button. Then I'll find a whole bunch of related accounts, and then I'll just keep opening up different tabs to those accounts. And then once I'm done, I'll just get their username, and I'll put it like on my Google Sheets or on my notebook. And then I'll also try to find their email and stuff. So a lot of them don't have their email on here, but if you're logged in to Instagram on your iPhone app or Android app, you'll be able to see their email through the app. So this is a really powerful way to curating a bunch of different influencers. Super simple. You just go to any account, hit that down button, and see all, and this will give you a bunch of different accounts to follow. And the same thing could be said with TikTok, but unfortunately TikTok, you can't do this on the desktop browser. You have to do that on the app, but essentially it's the same thing. So really simple. So once you have like an influencer list, I recommend to contact them either via email or via DM, and I'll give you guys a template to do that. So right here, this is an influencer script that you guys could use to contact influencers. So the first one is like very serious and professional. So basically, hey, so your page name or store name. So in my case, it would be, I'm the director of whatever company there is. What's our website name? I forgot it already. So Sleep Mask. So right here, this would be page name or owner name. So the influencer. So if I hit up Beyonce, hey Beyonce, I'm the marketing director of Sleep Mask, and we're running an influencer campaign for our brand. Our team has done a lot of research and felt as if you were the best match and fit for us. Please get back to us as we can't wait to work with you. And sincerely, Header Marketing, and then you can put your name at the end. So this is very serious and professional. This is usually what a lot of brands send. But honestly, in my opinion, if you're dropshipping, this is way more laid back, and this one will get you the most responses. So you could either DM or email the influencer this, and basically saying to them, hey, we would love to do a paid collab with you, and if so, what are your rates? We'd love to work with you. Let me know. So usually in my case, this one, that's more chill. It just seems more real. This one gets the most responses, so I recommend using that. So that's pretty much it with influencer marketing. It's really simple. You don't need to create some kind of like ad on a platform like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. You just literally hit up the Instagram on whatever social media platform that you're using. and then get them to promote your product for whatever price that you want. A lot of them, have different budgets. Okay, so if your budget is like $100 or $200, then obviously you can only pay that for influencers. So I recommend also letting them know that you do have a budget for their campaign. And other than that, really, really simple and straightforward. And that is how you use Instagram influencers and TikTok influencers. It's the same thing. So any other social media influencer, that's how you do it. And I personally recommend, before it was like mostly Instagram, but now with TikTok, there's a lot of creatives on TikTok that will promote dropshipping products for really, really cheap. So I recommend going on TikTok as well. But essentially speaking, Instagram is still popping. There's a lot of users on Instagram, so I definitely recommend using that as well. So now I want to teach you guys, we went over paid advertising, advertising that you had to spend your money on. But now I want to teach you guys some creative forms of advertising and marketing. And these creative forms don't require you to spend any of your own money. So you can make money advertising without spending any of your money. And I want to go over a couple strategies that I have for you guys to do that. So initially, this was what I taught for the last 2 years, and probably what have got me like popular on YouTube. And it's what's called the revenue share agreement. So I have these scripts for you to use for influencers, and I also have the contract for this. And I'll put that in the description somewhere for you guys to download as well. But essentially what this is instead of you finding an influencer to pay for it, basically you're finding an influencer to partner with you to sell products. So for example, obviously I won't use Beyonce, but let's just say, pretend this is just a smaller influencer, right? So what I would do is I would contact this influencer, and there's two different, options that I could give them, right? So the first one, if you decide to do whatever you decide to do, it could be basically like an affiliate program, right? So you could sign them up on an affiliate program, which is an app that you could download on Shopify super, super easily. And you'll give them a link to promote the product, and whatever sales that they get from that link, you could share revenue with them. I would recommend 50% or higher, since they're doing most of the work. And you'll pay them out when they get sales. So essentially speaking, let's just say this is one, then I'll message them, email them, and try to get them to agree to be my partner. And if they agree, I will send them like a contract agreement like this. Then I'll sign them over to the affiliate program app right here. I'll give them a link, and then this link in their bio will be a link to my dropshipping store. And every single sale that they get from this link, they'll get 50% of that, or whatever percentage that you decide to give to them. So this is really, really powerful, because you don't have to spend money on advertisement on anything like that, since they're doing most of the work for you. So that is one aspect of it. And again, with this one, they'll be doing like marketing and posting about it and stuff like that. But if you want something that's like more chill and it's a big account, then you could just tell them to put the link in their bio like this, and then you could send them like a negotiation script like this, and I'll leave this for you guys to use as well. And this is basically just telling them all you have to do is put the website link in your bio or description for 24 hours or however long you want. So you can decide to do this short term. So if you found like a big influencer and just said, like, literally, look, you just gotta put the website link in your bio for 24 hours or a week, and we'll share 50% of our revenue with you. Or if you want long term, you could tell them to do a long term agreement, and all you gotta do is put the link in your bio or description, and we'll share revenue with you. So super, super powerful, methods to, in creative ways to make money dropshipping without spending any kind of money on advertising. And like, I've done this before plenty of times. And in my opinion, in my experience, the one that is like always gets the most amount of responses and the one that converts the most with this is the link in bio. So a lot of them usually don't want to, post and advertise on their story or post on their feed, for a percentage or commissions. But a lot of them, it's a no-brainer if all they have to do is put the link to my store on their bio, or if they have like a link tree of multiple links, they could just put that store as one of the links. So this one, usually in my case, converts the most when they just have to put the link in their bio description. So I recommend that you guys try with that. And remember, I showed you guys how you guys could find influencers on Instagram and TikTok and pretty much every single platform. So just find influencer, get like a big list, get their email or the DM, and then just message them and copy and paste this message into the email or the DM and send it to them. And you never know the amount of influencers that would agree to this. And then once they do agree, I have a contract for them to sign, basically right here, that I drafted up for you guys. And I'll let you guys have access to this, and I'll put that in the description as well for you guys to download. So that is the revenue share agreement strategy, right? So you're sharing revenue with the influencer. So now there's a different type of way that you guys can make money without spending any of your money, and that is through TikTok. It's a thing called TikTok Organic. And what TikTok Organic does is basically just you're posting the videos yourself, or somebody maybe in your family or household is doing it for you, but you're essentially not paying any advertisement, or you're not paying any influencers to, promote or do anything with the product. You're literally just posting it on the feed for free. And the way Instagram algorithms are set up is that you don't need a lot of followers or anything like that for a video to go viral. So if you continue to post videos on TikTok, their algorithms will, display your videos, and you could get, hundred thousands or even millions of views, even if you don't have any followers. That's just the way the algorithms are set up. So I have an example for you guys to look at. So this right here is just fine. And this is for sure a dropshipping website. So let's go to the website. They're dropshipping this back brace product. It's a back stretcher. I actually have it. It actually works really, really well. So you just, lay down flat on it, and it like helps your back. So what this person did, it's actually a guy, I think he's young too, is he just made TikTok organics all day of this product. So if I scroll down to when he first started posting these videos, scroll all the way down, right? He started with these videos. As you can see, this is him literally just using this product and filming himself use it. This literally takes seconds, and it's 100% free. As you can see, his first video has over 750,000 views. This one, 350,000. This one, 500K. But this one, 89 million views. So he made a lot of money with this video for sure. So, little videos like this that, could go viral on TikTok, and you don't need any amount of followers for that. You just got to post it. And that's just the beautiful algorithms that they have set up on this social media platform. It's actually pretty amazing, and it's especially powerful if you could use it to maximize your revenue as a brand. So it's just a no-brainer. Like I said, this is 100% free to do. For example, like for this product, we have a sleep mask. Maybe you want to, make content, of using this sleep mask and your sleep improving. So for this product, this probably was an easy video to make, since, it's just you using this back bracer, and then it's cracking your back, and you moaning in relief. That's really simple and probably catches the eye. But essentially speaking, even for this product, you could find something that will catch the eye of a lot of people. But TikTok Organic is the way to go, especially for not spending any money on advertising. Their algorithms are literally set up and designed for this. So I definitely recommend that you guys give it a shot. And it's 100% free. And these videos take seconds to make, so I recommend doing it. But other than that, that's the 2 strategies that I have that you can make money in Shopify Dropshipping without using any of your own money. So we went over advertising with Facebook, with TikTok, but these methods and strategies, you don't have to spend any of your money. You literally just, have to get a little creative, and that's pretty much it. So I'm super, super excited. That is the tutorial for Shopify Dropshipping. We went over so much. I think this video is over like 2 hours long. But I'm glad to go over it with you guys. I'm super, super tired, but I'm glad that I gave you guys a lot of value. I know this video is going to help a lot of people. But other than that, pretty simple and straightforward business model. And I'm sure that, as you know, a lot of people, have started it and have succeeded at it and made a lot of money. It's a super low barrier to entry because anybody and their mama could do it. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter how old you are, where you come from, anybody could do this. So I'm super, super excited to see you guys get going with this. And I hope that you guys send me make sure in the comments below that you guys like send me your progress. So maybe you guys are like 1 month in, 2 weeks in, and show me your results like after like, you know, a couple months or a couple weeks. I want to see your progress on this. But essentially speaking, I hope that all you guys come to this video as a tutorial step by step to, you know, set up your store and do marketing, and especially the creative marketing without using any of your ads. So other than that, I'm super excited, and I hope that you guys succeed and make a lot of money. So that was the tutorial. Shout out to all you guys that have stuck this far. If you guys made it this far throughout the whole video, you guys have literally everything that it takes to be successful at Shopify dropshipping. So I want to close out this video, but before I close out, if you guys are new to my channel, before I close out each video, I always end it with an inspirational quote to get you guys inspired and motivated to take action on what you just learned. Usually it's like a famous quote from somebody, but today's video, I just want to give a quote for myself, and that is to simply just get started, man. We never lived in a world that has as easy as opportunities as there is in the world today. When you think about it, you literally can just, going off what I just taught you guys, you can create a business online selling products from anywhere in the world without using any of your money. You don't have to have inventory of these products. Doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter how tall you are, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter how many education or university or degrees you have. Literally does not matter at all. You can make money anytime, anywhere, any place. And I hope that you guys are inspired and motivated by this, and that you take action and you start.